Would you rather be the oldest person in the office or the youngest? Welcome to Second Saturday, the podcast where every Sunday feels like a Saturday.
This is episode 82, and I'm Ainsley.
This is Jen.
And today we're talking about some childhood logic that still makes sense today in the
Yes.
adult life, adulthood.
Remember those sweet, silly beliefs that were always told as a kid, and you probably still believe it slightly today as an adult, if you're kind of encounter a little bit of that belief. So we're going to talk about those today. That's what we're
Yeah.
going to do.
Yeah.
Though, Ainsley, I have to say, I watched the vlog this week. And do you remember when you and your girlfriend were puzzling this week?
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, I tried to vlog myself puzzling, and I tried to get my camera to do like a time lapse, and I was a hot mess, so it didn't work out. But I was watching that vlog, and I saw your pretty little puzzle that you put up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I actually went back to the library this week and I got a couple more. So this is the puzzle that I'm going to do this
Ooh.
week. And I'm going to try and time lapse it. Um, can we talk speed puzzling for a hot second?
Yes, we can.
Feel like we've talked about it before, but I feel like I need to talk about it again. Okay, because I followed this girl on YouTube and she just did a 24-hour speed puzzling marathon with like
Ooh.
a group of 8 people. It was nuts. It was so interesting. But anyways, so then I was like, well, I should do another puzzle. And I had one, a 300 piece that I've done before. And I thought, I'm going to time myself, see how quickly I can do this. Because the top speed puzzlers in the world can do a 500 piece puzzle in less than 30 minutes. That's like the benchmark of like a professional speed puzzler,
That's crazy.
right?
What the heck?
I know. So mine was 300 pieces. I have already done it before, so I was very familiar with it. Guess how long it took me?
How long? I want to
An
say
hour and 19
like,
minutes.
oh.
Almost 90 minutes.
I feel like that's not horrible though.
300 pieces. I'm definitely not a professional puzzler yet.
We did
Um,
well, the puzzle that was in the vlog, the one that I hung up on the wall, that took us 8 hours to do, and that was 750 pieces. But if you did watch the vlog, you'll see that that whole puzzle is basically just a big gradient of color.
you know
There
what? And yeah,
is very little distinctive features to it. Like we did the border, and then the very bottom of the puzzle is like rocks, and that was black, so that was really easy. And then there's this white arch that goes through the puzzle. That's literally all we could do at first, and it was like we almost quit so many times. But we sat there, we binged the Mormon Wives, and did that puzzle for 8 hours, and then we just did another puzzle, another 750 piece puzzle, and it was much easier. It took us about 3 hours to do.
yeah. I this person that I follow loves gradient. I hate it. I like block colors. That's why I think this one will
Yeah,
work well
that'd
for
be a
me because
really
there's
fun
just
one.
lots of blocks. There most of the blocks there are like the same colors within two of the different blocks, but I'm all over that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna time myself and hopefully
We
I
just
poop in
got
a group with the camera.
I just went and got another puzzle because we're kind of like we did a puzzle. Obviously, we've done two so far, but we're getting big into puzzles right now, especially because my girlfriend broke a rib the other day, so she's kind of laid up and can't do much. So she can sit up a lot more now. So we did get another puzzle, which is 1,000 pieces. We've upgraded, and it's kind of more of like this cabin, kind of in the woods type thing. So it will be quite difficult, but we wanted one that was like challenging enough that we can work like we don't want to sit down and do it complete at once this time. We want to be able to like sit down, work on it a bit, go do something else, come back. So that'll be the next task is trying to attempt that puzzle.
That makes sense. Yeah. I would like to have I mean this one is 1,000. I prefer to have something like I like 300 because then I can just do it in an hour or two, then I can clear it off the table and the
Yeah.
table's still ready for
The
whatever else.
750 was
But
nice, like because the pieces
yeah.
were just big enough, but it wasn't like so big that like boom, you're done, especially with two people, because it
Yeah.
will go by quicker. But yeah, we're stepping up our game here, moving up to a
All right.
thousand
Well, you need to get a
pieces.
sticky note. We need to talk about puzzles someday because yeah. I really want your grandmother to comment, and we'll talk about that later about how many puzzles she has at her house. So we'll
Oh
write that
goodness.
down on a sticky note, Ainsley. We've got more to talk
Okay.
about puzzling, but today we're
Jesus.
talking
Never gone
about.
through so many sticky notes in my life.
I have none. She has them all. I gave them to her all for Christmas, so I expect her to
Yeah,
use
I
them.
got I got
Um,
sticky notes for Christmas.
Probably one of the most exciting things she got this year for Christmas. You know, you've become an adult then. Of that. Okay, so we're going to talk about childhood logic that still lives within us, that makes sense to us. So, and a couple of these I still feel are very true. It's logic, but I feel like it's like facts too,
Yeah, that's fair. I feel
right?
like this gives off the same vibe as girl math, you
Yes.
know? Cuz like you do
Yes.
and not even necessarily girl math because I know that some of this extends to more than just girls, but like I feel like a lot of people think like if it's cash, it's free. You know, cuz that money
Yes.
isn't coming directly out of your bank account, you know? And especially like if it's cash that's been given to you. Like I remember when I was younger and worked at like not our lodge, but well sometimes ours, but mainly when I worked at other ones, I'd get tipped by the guests and an American as well, and that was just like free money. It was like, oh my god, like I have this money that's in a different currency that at that time when I exchanged it, like I was getting more for it. Like,
Hmm.
oh, that was the good times.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We were actually okay. Like, listen, we're going on tangents today. We might have to cover this topic at a later date. But we were talking about girl math the other day because I was saying that my son wanted to change his two what am I talking about? Two-cylinder snowmobile to a is it a four-cylinder?
Yeah, like a
Something like that.
a four
Four
stroke or
stroke, two
whatever.
stroke versus four stroke. Thank you, Ainsley.
Okay,
And
I was kind of like,
I
where are you
know,
getting cylinder from? I was like, obviously
I
that
don't know.
probably, but I was like, I've never heard them refer to it as a cylinder.
I know it's stroke. So, this is his boy math. So, if he sells his two stroke and gets a four stroke, it will save him money on gas because a four stroke goes through less gas. So, I'm like, you're going to sell that and then you're going to pay for something that costs way more
Yeah,
in order just to save a little bit of money. So, that's kind of boy math. I feel like that's the equivalent boy math
yeah,
to girl math with shopping.
it definitely
Just saying.
is. It definitely
If
is.
anybody agrees with me out there, please let me know. Because I really do
Yeah.
think that. Like, I think sometimes boy math with, oh, I'm going to upgrade this big piece of machinery and it will save me money. Really? Does it? I don't know. Anyway, he hasn't done it yet, but
Does it? Because
that's
then
what he
how
would like to
much
do.
you're gonna do that, and then
Yeah.
how much are you actually gonna use it, or how long will you have it by the time you maybe upgrade to something else? But that's the
And
whole point. And the whole point is that the math doesn't make sense, but you convince yourself. So it doesn't have to
yes,
make sense to like. It doesn't logically
boom.
have to make sense. You just tell yourself, "Oh, this is actually a better situation," just to make yourself feel better about your purchase.
Totally correct. Totally correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, how much gas like do you have to like save? How long do you have to have this snowmobile to save the difference in the price?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
um,
And
okay,
he's just like my dad. They're always switching it up. There's always
I
something new.
know.
I remember when we were younger, and this is kind of a funny story that I do like to tell people, especially when I'm here and living such a different life than what I was and like what people have. But I remember when we were still living in Cranberry, my brother sold his boat to buy a snowmobile. And then winter came and he no longer had a snowmobile. And so he had to sell his boat to buy a snowmobile back again. And he was quite young at the
Oh
time too,
no.
and they're like, what, like what?
I
I was
hear
like,
you.
yeah, listen, those were his problems when he was like 12, 13 years old, was having to buy a boat and then having to get a snowmobile. And
Oh, the two of them are two peas in a pod. We
oh
think you
yeah,
and I are the same when it comes to upgrading and trading and buying and selling quads, boats, snowmobiles. It's
yeah,
disgusting. It's disgusting.
they are
It's their
identical.
yeah, it's their shoe closet. That's what it is. It's their shoe
Yeah,
closet. It's ridiculous. I can't even. I can't. So our first silly belief is that if you clean really fast, it counts as exercise.
yeah. If you're
Ainsley, what do
when
you
you're
think about that?
cleaning, when you're scrubbing, like if you're cleaning a bathroom, you get huffing and puffing. Like that has to count as a workout.
Especially now that like I have a smart watch. There's no better feeling than when you're running around cleaning and all of a sudden your smartwatch shows and beeps, oh, you've made your number of steps in a day. And
Yeah.
you're like, yes, I did. Oh my God, that feels so
See,
good. Um,
it's
you
it,
know,
it's a double-edged sword though, because sometimes I'll be going on a walk or I'll be walking somewhere, even if I'm inside, like in a store or something, and then it's like, "Do you want to record a workout?" And I'm like, "Am I really huffing and puffing that much?" Like what the heck? But no, it does. I definitely think like you get sweating when you're cleaning. Like if
oh
you're
yeah,
really cleaning, like that's hard
yeah.
work. Yeah,
Well, and I actually clean workhouses now for my husband's employees. And let me tell you, that truly is exercise.
yeah,
Holy Dinah. It's not, there's no leisure cleaning when it comes to that. Like I am powering through it. Um, and yeah,
yeah.
I like, does anyone else believe that these little things? Because I do, if you clean really fast, totally counts as exercise. 100%.
Oh, a
That's
100% it does.
kind of like my water
One.
intake, even if I use it as like in tea or like have like squirt of like a Mio or something in it, it still counts as water. Tea definitely counts as water in my world. Milk counts as part water in my world. So yeah, okay. So
Listen, any liquid intake counts as water for me.
does that include my after my evening before supper beverage? I hope so.
There's ice in
So
there.
yeah, there you go. I'm healthy.
This is our girl math.
Changes the girl math. Honest to God, I love it. So yeah, I still believe that if you clean really fast, counts as
Yeah,
exercise. I'm in. I'm in.
yeah.
All right, number two, Ainsley.
Soup fixes most emotional problems. Yeah.
Hell yes.
Which
And
like
what
you
kind of soup?
never
What kind of
chick
soup, Ainsley?
chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup for the soul.
Chicken noodle. Chicken noodle. I've been a big vegetable soup person lately. But anyways, that really has nothing to do with this. But yeah, no, I agree with this. Like and it's the same thing like when you're sick, like it's so weird. Like I like who made soup the defining factor in like sadness or being sick and stuff. Like I understand if you're sick it might like soothe your throat and stuff like that, but like so would any other like warm thing.
And why chicken?
Yeah. But like I
Why
100% agree with
chicken?
this to this day. Like I still have soup like if I just don't feel well or like if I am like sad or something it's like soup. Honestly it's probably cuz it's so easy.
Probably.
Like you don't have to put
Well,
thought
listen.
into your soup. You open the can, put it in the pot or microwave, boom, soup.
Also, I know that like turkey has tryptophan in it, which is like a kind of makes you sleepy and stuff like that.
Oh, maybe
I
chicken does that.
suspect maybe all kind of poultry might have a little bit of that. So maybe that's why chicken soup feels so good. I don't know. Where is my cousin? Where is my science cousin? I'm throwing this out to
Yes.
you. Does chicken noodle soup or chicken soup, is it chicken the same
Just
as
chicken?
turkey that it does have some type of um, enzyme or whatever that is in there that will kind of just kind of make you calm or sleepy and whatever. But yeah, it's so true. Like I have done that since I was little, and this is that definitely was passed down from like my mom and my mom's mom. Like you always
Oh,
had chicken noodle soup when
100%.
you're like not feeling that great. And how many times does that might go to? It's not mushroom soup for the soul. It's not tomato soup for the soul. It's chicken.
Yeah,
Just
it's
chicken.
chicken. It's always
I hear you.
chicken.
I know. Okay,
Chicken.
this one I find this one I know you're going to totally agree with.
Oh, I have examples for the next one.
Okay, good. A new notebook could absolutely change your life. Ainsley, how many times have you
Oh,
started a new notebook? Oh,
I don't know what makes me think that I can get a notebook and I'll actually use it cuz I am a horrible person when it comes to commitment or following through. I just am. It's something
oh,
I've accepted about myself. Like I'm a good person, don't worry. Like if it's something serious, I will. But like but like when it comes to small things that I want to like change in my life, I
hmm
cannot follow through for the life of me. And I have how many 6 notebooks right here that I've gotten over the years. Some of these were given to me, so I can't say that I bought them. But I 100% think that notebooks can like could completely change your life.
Ainsley, you say that, and look what I just got. and I just started this maybe well, I started this a month ago. I got a Hogwarts notebook.
Like,
Too organized.
I just I really don't know what I was thinking. Like in my mind I'm like, "Oh, I would love to be the person that has a notebook." And I think especially because I was in like film school, lots of people had a notebook and they would just write down ideas they had and things like that. And I wanted to be that person, but I also don't like I also know that I'm just not like a random creative person. Like I kind of have to really think hard. So I really it just never worked. So like I've had this notebook for a while and this has random like the amount of to-do lists in this. I'm on a to-do list right now, open page. Like it's just full of to-do lists. I have one that I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to write my own film and plan it." I think I wrote one page in here. Like I
Oh
just
my
have
gosh.
the most random like I have so many. I got a notebook. I had a job last summer. I only had it for a week before I quit because it was not a good job. But they're like, you need a
Talk
notebook.
about not committal.
it was they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna need a notebook. I was like, okay. So I went out, got a new
Done.
notebook. I was like, yeah, I literally only needed the notebook for my orientation. I did never use the notebook for anything else. So now this is my current like random notes. This actually has a lot of podcast stuff in it. But no, I 1,000% agree that a new notebook makes you a good person for about a week.
It'll change your life for a week. Oh my gosh. Please never get rid of those because when you get old and like we need to go back and see what you wrote in those
Yeah.
notebooks. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I love that so much. I used to when I was like a administrative secretary. I had because I work for school division. I used one of their school planners, and I had that as my like notebook. It did help at work, not during my regular life, but at work, and it was really funny because I had a couple of them, and I actually saved them because I would have like maybe like a username or password in it that I had for some um obscure company that I had to like register for to get something done in my work life. Or if I had to go back and reference, okay, what timeline does this need to be done with? And
Hmm.
so I was going back through it one time and I had written on one of the dates, Jen cared. So I actually said, I took a photo of it. I sent it to my past coworkers. I'm like, "Look, apparently this day I cared. I don't care any other day, but I cared this day.
Like I just
Um,
I wish I could be the person who is like so organized, used it. Like my problem is if something isn't physically in front of me, I forget about it.
me too.
So like I just recently put up two more calendars on my wall. I have three whiteboard calendars on my wall to help organize and actually stay committed to like videos I want to make and stuff because
Yep.
I put them in a calendar on my computer, but it's not there for me to see, so I forget about it. And like I even wanted to be a daily planner girl, and I did it for a week, and then the rest is blank. Like I just can't. If it's something that like yeah, I'll write in
Um,
this notebook, but as soon as I put it to the side, I forget about that notebook.
the month of February only. The month of
Yeah.
February only.
Listen, we
Um,
strive to be
I
we
know.
strive for these things. It doesn't mean we're
I
gonna
know.
do them, but I'll keep trying. I will be
I
getting a
still
new
believe
notebook in
that
a
the
couple
notebook's going
months.
to work. And I try, like, obviously my phone is great. And in the moment when I have like a new date come up that I have to do something, I put it in my phone, which is lovely. But this
Hmm.
sucker doesn't turn on all the time. It doesn't like beep at me. Like, I don't
Exactly.
remember to check the
And like
calendar to see what's going on.
I have like so I take like some vitamins and some things like that to kind of help with some of the gut health issues that I've had. And
Mhm.
I'm supposed to be I made like a deal with one of my friends this month that I was gonna log all my food. Like I was gonna make sure I took my vitamins every day. No, like I logged my food in my phone because I knew I'd always have that with me, but my notes app is in a folder on my phone. Like I don't see it and when I'm eating, like it just doesn't immediately pop up to me. So I do forget. Like I forget quite
Then
a
I
bit.
will
So
try to
I logged
remind you
about
at the end of
3.
every night. If I
Yeah.
will send you a text and be like, did you log your vitamins and your
Yeah.
food?
And
I'll
for
try.
quite a while
That'll
I
work
was
for a week.
taking like pills that like or not pills sound so like serious. Like they were still vitamins. I was taking quite a few that I had to take every single day, and I would like forget, and people are like, set a reminder. I'm like, okay, but my reminder goes off, and if I'm not immediately with those vitamins, I'll just close the reminder and I won't take them still. it's just it's
Oh my
really bad,
gosh.
people. Anyways, apparently I'm just
Uh,
exposing how like not
Yeah.
committed I am to anything.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get some string and just like so that we can just wear these around
Yeah.
these notebooks around our neck
Oh my
all times to
goodness.
check on them. It's different when I had a desk job 8 hours a day. Then I had that notebook in front of me most of the day. And before I left, I kind of had, knew what I was got to do and all that fun stuff. But now
Like now I'm a
there's
sticky
no,
note
yeah.
person. I think I'm a
Oh,
sticky
okay.
note person because like it's there, it's in front of me, and then when it's gone, it's gone. Like it get hidden. Like if you were to look at my
There
desk
you
right
go.
now, there are sticky notes everywhere. But
There you go.
it
Okay.
works for me.
So maybe we should change this to a new notebook book to sticky notes could absolutely change your life.
Yeah, maybe I should get like a little folder and just collect all the sticky notes that I write. That'd be actually pretty cool to go through because some of my sticky notes are just the
I'm
most
here
random
for
one
1 year.
off things. Yeah, maybe I'll
You
do
know
that.
what? I
I'll
have
get a
a file
box.
box that's like kind of small and it's like, well, I use it to prop my
Hmm.
camera up and it's clear plastic so you can see everything in it. And you should just take those sticky notes and just throw them in
Yeah.
there randomly. And then at
Okay.
the end of the
I'll
year,
start.
pull them
I'll
out,
start with
make
the
a
sticky
box.
note that says puzzles. I'll
There you
start
go.
with that one.
I love that.
Oh my goodness.
I would
That's
love to
really
see
funny.
what random sticky notes you have. That's a great idea.
That is. We can
See,
do a whole
for
episode
good things.
on what Ainsley wrote down all year.
Yes. Kind of like the chat recap.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
The last childhood logic that this one makes the 100% sense. This should be science right here. What is it, Ainsley?
New shoes make you run faster. 100%.
Truth.
There's
Truth,
like
people.
no
Truth.
better feeling than having a new pair of shoes. And actually, here's another thing I didn't follow through with, guys. About 3 weeks ago, my girlfriend and I decided that we want to start running and we want to like aim to run a 5K. And so for our first week, we were gung ho and we were both like, oh my God, we want to get like proper running shoes. We want new shoes so bad. But we told ourselves we have to commit a bit before we purchase those.
Yeah.
And I will say we are going to get back into it. It did rain for about 2 weeks straight. So there, like, I wasn't about to go run in the rain. Sorry. I'm not that desperate to run a 5K. But, and now she can't run, but we were both we were trying on shoes at the store just to see like what we'd like. And I was like, oh, like I even just walking, I was like, oh my God, like I feel so much more springy. Like it is crazy that you do run fast. 100% you run faster.
Look, and it has to be tennis shoes or an athletic shoe. It can't
Yeah.
just be any shoe.
Not
I
like
am the
a,
same way
yeah.
with your dad. And if I get them, I actually will make him watch me like run.
Yeah.
Still to this day. Look how fast I am, honey. They'll be like, yeah, yeah, wow, you're so fast.
That's like the other day, my girlfriend and I, because we're going on a cruise with her family in August, we were looking at like bathing suits and stuff because we both want to get a couple new bathing suits for the cruise. And her biggest problem when she looks for a bathing suit is does it have ties? Because we all know that I'm just gonna run around and try and pull the tie on her swimsuit just to make her mad. Like just
Stop.
like why that's just in my blood. We all know that you would do that. Yeah, exactly. And so she's like, when I go bathing suit shopping now, I have to be very conscious of is there ties or zippers because I need to make sure that you can't just like pull a string. And I looked at her, I was like, when I go bathing suit shopping, I have to make sure it's really secure because I like to play mermaids in the water. I was like, we have two very different perspectives on bathing suit shopping here.
Is it sturdy? Can I
Yeah,
swim? Is it sturdy?
exactly. I was
Mermaid,
like,
mermaid.
your problem is that you don't want to be untieable, but like yours is just like calm so you can tan. I was like, mine needs to be able to hold everything in place so I can go splash around in the water.
Play mermaid. Oh, I can't even. I have a vision in my head
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Oh my God, I love it.
Oh
So yeah,
goodness.
new shoes, like though they really do, like because they're just the new cushy and whatever, they're not, they just feel
Yeah.
light and quick and fast.
Oh yeah.
And I don't care if I'm 6 years old, I can still remember going into grade one. And I can remember going to the shoe store and getting those shoes. And at that point, when you got shoes for school, you didn't wear them until the first day of school. So they
Yeah.
sat in that flippin' shoe box. If you bought them like later on in summer, you didn't get to wear them. You couldn't wear them ever. But I can
Yeah.
remember just before, like trying them on in my room and just being like, oh, I'm going to be so fast on the playground. Like so fast. I remember that to this day.
Yeah.
And I can remember the first day of school and walking there. Oh man, Life was good. I still feel the
Yeah.
same way. I
Yeah.
almost still, these shoes aren't new, but they are basically new. And those are my badminton shoes because I only wear them. They're only
Hmm.
seasonal shoes. So they don't get a lot of wear and tear. And I feel like that the first time I put them back on for badminton season, I was like, oh,
Well, that's how
I'm gonna
like
be so agile.
I got new football cleats last summer. Because I had like a pair of soccer cleats, and so I got like my coach like told me like where to get some like really nice ones. And I went obviously played football a couple weeks ago in a tournament, and I put them on, and like I wore them all summer. Like they're you can the white part's no longer white, but like I was just like, oh yeah, like oh I'm unstoppable. I was running, I was like, yeah, let's go.
I love that. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So those are four little childhood logics that Ainsley and I
Yes.
still feel are true today. Although we're going to change the notebook to sticky notes.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll just throw those in the description so that if you want to discuss them and see how your family members feel about those childhood logics, or if you have childhood logic that we didn't list,
Yeah.
throw it in the comments and let us know what your childhood logic is, and we'll be like, okay, we'll see what you guys have to say about that.
Yeah.
I would love that. Would you rather question, Ainsley?
Would you rather?
Yes. To recap, would you rather be the oldest person in the office or the youngest?
Well, I I
I'll
don't know.
say mine first.
Honestly. Okay.
I want to be the youngest.
Yeah, I think I also want to be the youngest. Like I just like not that there's anything against being the oldest. I obviously have no experience being the oldest person in the office, but I don't know. I just feel like I feel like there's no I feel like people would think there's a bit of a con to being the youngest because maybe you don't know everything or blah blah, or they might think that you're like a know-it-all. But I just feel like I don't know. I would just want to be the youngest. I feel like it'd be fun, and everyone would like love to joke with you and stuff.
I have been both. I have been the youngest in the office and I have been the oldest in the office. And although the oldest in the office has a lot of perks, I really didn't mind that one bit.
Hmm.
It's nice to kind of be the old, steady, you've been there
Yeah.
forever. Well, that doesn't mean that you've been there forever, but you just have more life behind you.
Yeah.
So, you might tackle different things differently. You might handle things differently in like an office setting, which I have, versus being the youngest. But man, being the youngest, everything's still new, fresh. You're still learning. Like you're trying to figure your way through. I
Yeah.
liked that. I liked being the youngest and just being like bright and perky, so that you can also hype up those oldest people. Because I'm in that too, and I'm like, I need a perky young person to kind of get me on board with this task, or with whatever we have to tackle in the office.
Yeah.
But I definitely take me back. I will be the youngest in the office because you're kind of new. You can kind of get away with, well, you can get away with stuff if you're oldest as well. But I feel like you can get away with stuff and just be
I
like, oh,
feel
I
like
didn't
if you're the
know.
youngest, you also may more likely be someone's first choice at something. Like they might be more willing, like someone who's kind of in the middle might be more willing to go to you because one, they probably know you don't really know everything, so they can kind of tell you what
Yes,
they want you to do and you'll do it instead of going to the oldest person who might be set in their ways about how something works in that workspace just because they have worked so much more than like the person asking them. I don't know.
very good point.
Because like and I feel like that even not even in terms of like age wise but also just how long you've been somewhere. Like I've noticed recently at one of my jobs that like there's like 4 or 5 of us who are the newest employees that got hired at over Christmas, and I can now see that like I'm being asked to do things and come in for things that like they're choosing me over people who've already been there for well over a year and stuff like that, you know. So
Love it.
I feel like you can make a new version of yourself more so if you were to come in young because you don't have like the experience that someone who's coming in older might.
Yep,
Wow, we got
I
really like
agree.
serious with that.
We're easy, we're deep. I
Yeah,
agree.
deep.
And listen, when this was the youngest going into an office, it didn't come in like this. Like I've learned you don't come in like hot gen. You slowly get
Yeah,
people used to
I
that.
think
It's like putting a frog in like warm water and then slowly turning it up versus just throwing the
yeah.
frog in like boiling water. That's me. I start with warm water, then I heat it up.
I've learned that about myself, but like I don't think I would ever be someone who just comes in hot because I'm just not that type of person. But I am someone who has always been very conscious of just because I know that I'm like goofy and silly and like and weird in a good way. That's what I say. I remember I told
Yeah.
someone one time I was weird. They're like, "Don't say that about yourself." I was like, "No, I'm weird in a good way. Don't worry." But then once I'm there for a little bit and like I get to know the people I'm with, then I know then I can like open up and like let myself be myself, and then they
Yeah.
absolutely love it. I walk into work, my second job, and there's a couple people when I walk in and they see me, they're like, "Oh my god, it's Ainsley! Like she's here today, woo!" Like, and it makes me
It's
feel
gonna be
so
a
good. I'm
good
like, oh,
day.
I'm like these people want to be with me.
I love that. Young people bring an awesome vibe to the
Yeah.
workplace. 100%. 100%.
Oh,
I want it to be me.
but you also
Be
need
me.
those old people who know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, to be like, slow your roll,
Yeah.
settle down.
Yeah.
I've also done that too. Anyways, we're going to throw this out to our audience. Which would you rather do? Would you rather be the oldest person in the office or the youngest person in the office? Please throw it in the comments. Let us know. We would love to see your take on that. Also, if anybody would like to leave us a would you rather question, Ainsley, how do they do so?
You can throw it down in the comments, or you can go follow us on Instagram and send us a DM there because we love getting your Would You Rather questions. They're so much fun. They're so interesting. We don't know what to expect.
Yes.
It's perfect. So send
Then
it.
I don't have
Send
to
us
do
some.
my job,
Yeah,
and
she
I
doesn't
like
have to
that.
do her little bit of work that she has to do every week. Oh, boo hoo. Make sure you guys fill in for her.
Yes, please do my job. Please do my job. Okay,
Okay.
so we have something exciting to tell you, and no, we did not start a cult yet.
No, although I think we could. Like, we could definitely lead one. We got the vibes for it.
We've officially created a Patreon for Second Saturday.
Yes, so that means that there's going to be more of us. For those of you who thought this isn't good enough, this isn't enough chaos. You needed more.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about, we'll have bonus episodes, behind the scenes, and probably things we shouldn't say, but we will.
Yes, definitely more of our unfiltered moments, mild oversharing, and strong opinions with very little research. Because when do we ever research anything?
Right. And honestly, this is just a way for us to hang out more and with people who get us.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are checking it out.
We will be launching this week, and and any of our bonus footage and all that information or all those extras will happen next Sunday.
Yeah, so come join us, bring some snacks, lower your expectations though, don't get them too high.
And maybe bring a little delusional confidence.
Yeah, we've learned that that is definitely our motto in life is delusional confidence. But yeah, we have started a Patreon account. So if you want to see, like we said, some of the behind the scene content, like some of the stuff that we talk about before we start recording or during recordings when we pause and things like that, make sure you're going to check that out. We have 2 tiers currently. So tier 1, which is called the Saturday Supporter, is $5 a month. You get early access to our weekly episodes. So you'll get 24 hours before public publishing. So Saturday morning, you'll get an episode. You'll get behind the scenes content, and you can help us vote on some future episode topics. And then our second tier, the Weekend Insider, which is $10 a month, is everything you get from the first tier. Plus, you get a bonus episode on the second Sunday of every month because we're all about the seconds, apparently. You can get a personalized shout out on the podcast. And yeah, just lots more fun bonus things on there. You can send us your Would You Rather questions on there as well. All those fun things. We do already have some things posted. I have been like kind of slowly rolling out some of our like BTS content from our last couple episodes. So there's already stuff out there. And then next Sunday, you'll be getting an extra episode if you are in the second tier.
I love that. Can we also add to one of those where people can vote on the would you rather question as opposed to put in a comment?
Oh, yes,
Um,
of course.
that would be nice too.
I can do that.
I
That
would
would
like
be
that, and
fun.
then that people can see what where the split is. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
most of the content will go up on Saturdays just to kind of make my life easier personally because
Sure.
I got a lot to do. But yeah, we just thought it'd be a fun way for us to connect more with you guys, let you guys have more of an input, and just be able to share some of the things that we can't necessarily share on YouTube.
Exactly.
Like when
It's
someone eats
amazing we
hot
can share
sauce,
anything
and
on YouTube.
a lot of things come out of her mouth when she eats hot sauce, and those can't necessarily go on YouTube.
Oh my goodness, we could have like a hot sauce montage.
We
Oh
could.
no.
We
I love
could.
that
So
idea.
our vlogs will still be public. Our episodes will still be public. But if you do want that early access, you can get it plus just some extra content. Make sure you're
Yeah.
going and checking out. There will be a link in the description. And I hope to see some of you there.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It also will help Ainsley for all of the hard work that she does on this vlogs and
Yes.
podcasts
My
too. It'll
weekend
help
is
her
now
out.
packed. I now have Fridays for vlogs, Saturdays for Patreon, and Sundays for our podcast episodes.
Yeah. She has no
Plus
life,
my own
so
life. So
support
this would
her.
be really
Support her a lot.
if you guys send us would you rather questions, you help her out do her job, which is would you rather questions. So maybe go check out Patreon so you can help me out as well.
I love that. That's awesome. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for listening to Second Saturday yet again.
Yes, make sure you're liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell. We're here every Friday with a vlog, every Sunday with an episode, and now we're here Saturdays with some Patreon content.
I love it. Awesome.
Woo!
All right, everybody, have a great rest of your Sunday, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye.
Bye.